And now we're going to turn to another law which comes second in my list. It's not second for any particular reason, but let's say that the log in base A of b over c is equal to the log in base A of b minus the log in base A of c. So this is quite similar. So before we were multiplying and then adding the two different logs, and here we're dividing and then subtracting the same logs. Excuse me. So that is quite reminiscent, I think you'll agree, of, again, the laws for dealing with exponential numbers. So again, we're going to go through the proof, but I don't expect you to remember it. So again, so we say x is equal to log base A of b, and y is equal to log in base A of c. And so therefore b over c is equal to ax over ay. So look back to the previous video if that's confusing. And so a is a to the power x minus y, because that's our rules for exponents. So again, we're going to have our same equation that we had before, saying that b to the power x is equal to y is the same as saying that log base b of y is equal to x. And again, these are the same letters with different meanings compared to all these guys. Okay, so now we've got b over c is equal to a to the power x minus y. And so that is the same as, here our base is the a here, and then our what we call y here, that's b over c, and then here our exponent is x minus y instead of x. Alright, and then so I'm just using the colours to keep track of it. Sorry if you're colourblind. So then log so then we can use this again, just like before. So then log in base A of b over c is equal to x minus y. Oops, should be red. Okay, so then that tells us that the log in base A of b over c is equal to, here log, so x is log A of b, so that's log A of b, minus y, which is log A of c. So it's quite similar to the previous one we looked at. Right, so let's just look at an example, just like before, to prove it to ourselves. So for example, the log, let's say we've got the log in base 10 of 1000 over 100. So that's log in base 10 of 10 to the power 1, which is equal to 1, because here this 10 is raised to the power of 1. And then we've got, so log base 10, excuse me. So in here we could equally say that log is equal to log of 1000 minus log of 100, because that's what we've just learnt from this formula. So that's saying log of 10 to the power 3 minus log of 10 to the power 2. So that's 3 minus 2 equals 1. So these two values are the same that we get from solving inside this number or from splitting it into two different logarithmic expressions.